Hello, beautiful souls, and happy full moon. Today, February 24th, or maybe if you're listening from the other side of the world, it's already tomorrow. It's already the 25th, but we have this Virgo full moon occurring, and it's peaking on the 24th, but every full moon lasts for 3 days. There's 3 days of ripeness, of fullness, of really basking and receiving the energy of the full moon. The day before, the day of, and the day after, and then it slowly tapers as the moon makes its way back to the new moon, the empty moon, the dark moon. So I am trying a different format here, and there's no visual, but I really want to guide you into a sensory feeling experience with this astrology report, with this astrology update. And given that this is a full moon in Virgo, Virgo rules over the body. Virgo rules over our cognitive system, our nervous system, the receptivity of our body and the pathways of our body. Pisces, which is the season that we're currently in, and the opposite side of the axis between Virgo, is all about sensitivity, it's all about feeling, it's all about energy, it's all about what is felt but not able to be named, what is seen without seeing, what is perceived beyond the eye and felt more on the internal plane. So a really beautiful time to be soft with ourselves, to slow down in our communication and our conversations, to notice how our body is feeling in different communications and conversations, to notice how our body feels in general when we wake up, being more gentle, being more sensitive, being more attuned to the wisdom of our body, and also being really attuned to the dream state right now. What is occurring when you sleep? How are you sleeping? What's showing up in your dreams? We are in Pisces season, so there are themes being stirred up right now as we make our way to close out the zodiac year when Aries season starts on March 21st. It's really a time of like a psychic clear up, of a karmic clear out when we hit this last season of the zodiac calendar. And Pisces wants to bring us back to love. And I know we all know what it's like to go through hardship. I think the world as a whole is in an incredible pressure cooker of hardship, and we all know what it is to hurt. To hurt and struggle is to be human. And Pisces offers this healing salve of compassion and acceptance, where we are being very hard on ourselves or hard on others. Pisces says, hey, we are literally all swimming in this psychic ocean in our own storylines. Some of our storylines overlap, some of ours don't, and we actually don't know what it's like to be in someone else's position. We don't know if they, where they're coming from and what they're operating from. And I feel like Pisces supports us to release the old, release the baggage, release the energetic holds by inviting in a spaciousness, an acceptance, a compassion, and a kindness. And all of this can happen within your own body, within your own space. You don't have to take it into your responsibility to heal people, to go out and express to people. It can all happen within your own level of embodied acceptance, your embodied compassion, your embodied grace. In Virgo, full moons bring a time of culmination, a time of, sometimes it's revelation and realization, and sometimes it's the end of the line, it's the end of the road, and you're ready to release, you're ready to let it go. And there's a very strong conversation going on with this full moon between what is it to be in touch with our Piscean side, which we all have. Pisces sits somewhere in all of our charts. What is it to be in touch with our sensitivity, our empathy, to notice where we are prohibiting the flow of love, prohibiting the flow of forgiveness, prohibiting the flow of kindness towards ourselves, towards others, and balancing that with the Virgo axis. What is it to do what we can with what we have? What is it to show up in a good way for our bodies, for our routines? What is it to close up the loops? What is it to attune to the wisdom of the body? This full moon to me feels more like a time of slowing down, but slowing down with intention, slowing down almost as if we are really bringing into focus what really matters and learning what just doesn't matter. And it's funny because I've actually heard, now that I'm saying it, I've heard that phrase come up in like several conversations in the last couple of days. Oh, I just realized, it doesn't really matter. And there's so many ways that we can embrace that mindset and perspective. Sometimes it can be like jaded or, covertly hiding some anger, like, oh, it doesn't matter. But when it's true, I'm like, you know what? The bigger scheme of things and the omniscience of Piscean, the Piscean flair of that omni-essence, the all-seeing, the gnosis, the larger story, what these small blips matter. And to really bring attention to where we're giving energy unnecessarily, where we're feeding something unnecessarily, because that will show up in the body. And I feel like that is potentially something that the Virgo full moon can highlight, is a focus on the body. What is your body telling you is not working? Or what is your body telling you is working? What is your body telling you, some foods or patterns or habits need the boot? Lovingly need the boot, Pisces style. Bless it out of your life. Bless you, cigarettes, but I know I just can't hang with you anymore. Bless you, late night munchies, but I know that you're really just not doing it for me, and you're holding me back, and you're making me really uncomfortable in the morning, right? Like, blessing it and letting it go, which can sound kind of bypassy, but it's like we can do things from a place of shame and anger and blame, or we can do things from a place of kindness. And I think one of them is far more sustainable and efficient and effective long term. So really noticing what your body is telling you is coming to a close. Full moon is ready to release, and being gentle with yourself. We are entering the final stage of this calendar year, and what that can really bring about is reflection. It's a really beautiful time to take more time to go inward, to take more time to write. I feel like with Virgo full moon and Virgo being ruled by the planet of Mercury, there's a lot of availability for us right now in writing, and the tools of communicating through writing or journaling, or even verbal diary, like voice noting yourself, just letting the channels open a little bit, writing, reflecting on what you're ready to let go of. Pisces can bring such a beautiful energy of possibility and imagination and expanding your horizons and dreaming. And it can also be a little delusional. It can also fall into the shadow frequency of addiction and toxicity. And with this Virgo full moon, we might be able to really shed a healing light, Virgo being the archetype of the healer, onto what is no longer really serving our health, our wellness, and our spiritual path. Spiritual path is synonymous with living a life that is aligned with your virtues and your values and makes you feel connected to God or something bigger than yourself. So really slowing down and tuning into that. There's a lot of support available for that reflection and integrated action. So whatever you receive, take action on it. Bring it into Virgo, the body expression. Bring it into life. And trust yourself. Don't be afraid to slow down. Don't be afraid to allow what is shifting in your life to shift. Something I have been utilizing as a sentiment recently and weaving into some of my conversations, and it's come up in a recent client call, is how would you move if love was moving you? And that's an easy thing to wear the rose-colored glasses with. It's a whole different story when we're coming up against those gnarly, gritty, crunchy moments of our own icky patterns, of our own limiting programs, of our own bad habits. And when we face those moments, asking, how would I move with you if I were love? I would gently invite you to try something different. I would give you a little hug and lovingly nudge you in a correct direction. I would speak affirming words to you to help inspire you to get into action, to do that thing that you know you need to do. And I feel like when Pisces and Virgo energies can work together, Pisces being the heart, the depth, the sweetness, the innocence, Virgo being the articulation, the thought-driven action, we can really move mountains. And we can really make pivotal, powerful shifts in our life. And I feel like that's what this full moon is really bringing. So Thanks for dropping in for this report. Let me know if you like this format of more slow meditation style audio. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, so I think I'm going to do some more content like this. But wishing you all a beautiful full moon and Pisces season, and have a beautiful day.